piece of the car. Got it. Got hit my sister. So it's still good. Well, guys, happy New Year's to some of you. It started out great, and for my sister, not so well. That's what happens when somebody with no insurance hits you. So in this video, we're gonna try to rebuild this damage. I mean, it looks pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. As you can tell, it got hit pretty hard, but I think it's savable. I think that's why it's more of a DIY project. We're gonna try to remove this whole bumper, and the main concern is this frame or impact bar right here. We're gonna have to hook up something right here, hook up right here, and pull that out as much as possible. And doing it at home, it's a little kinked up on this side, but it's not that bad. I think, I think it's not. We're gonna do our best to get this pulled out as straight as possible, hammer this down, and then pull it out. There's a replacement for the whole thing here, which is great. It's like $1,500, about $2,000 to really fix this whole front end with the airbags. The airbags all went off. That's gonna suck, and we still have the Supra, so that we're gonna get to that. I'm slowly buying parts for it. We're gonna get this bad boy on the road soon. But this unfortunately happened to my sister. So, I don't know if any of you guys have been hit with somebody with that insurance or anything like that before. It's a whole nother hassle. But nonetheless, this is what we got to deal with. This is what we got to work on. So if you guys are interested in this and you want to follow the progress, see if we can get it done at home without taking it to a shop. We'll see. If not, it's going to go to a shop. But the main goal is get this bumper off, hold on to our one good passenger side headlight. Driver's side is gone. The hood does open. I can open it up. There we go. Our motor's right here. And my main concern, I'm trying to make sure that it didn't get damaged. I don't think it did. I could be wrong. See, our turbo down there should be good. Again, I just want to pull this whole thing out as far from here to here to support. Just move everything, really. All our oil filter, radiator, coolers are all gone, so we got to order. As you can tell, that's all done for. This is a lot of work to do, but mainly I want to get this bumper off and then go underneath and see what kind of damage that was caused under there. It doesn't look like there's much. Yeah, I mean, so this is gonna be a fun little project to see if we can get that front end back in one piece. And then, I mean, the interior is just airbags. Cut all those off and order some replacement. And I'm sure it needs to go to the dealership to get it programmed. Obviously, a car in a crash in this kind of condition, it's gonna be a couple stuff that need to be reset with the ECU to get it all good and going. But yeah, guys, I mean, this is unfortunate start of the year, but things happen. It's life. Some people lost their lives. Some people lost everything. Some people gained a lot. It is what it is. I mean, you just continue living, What's happened is happened. What's done is done. Can't do much about it. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this bumper off. I mean, look at this, right? Not too bad. I don't think it's that, I mean, again, I don't work at a body shop to tell you guys how horrible this is or how unsavable it is. Insurance-wise, obviously, it's totaled. I could be wrong, but I'm sure if anybody that's had accidents like this have had their car totaled off. So you buy it back and then you try to fix it. So let's go ahead and get this bumper off. All right, guys, so we're gonna try to get this piece off. Just the bolts here. I got this one kind of just ripped right through here, and then I just untook this one. So I'm gonna take, there's gonna be a bolt right here holding this piece on. That goes on the top piece right there where my finger is. So we're gonna get those out, and then we should be able to rip this out. It's gonna be some plugs we gotta disconnect, and I gotta make my way up to the headlight, taking out that battery so I can get access to the back bolts here to get this out of the way. Same process on the side. gotta take all of this here off and then get to the bolt holding the bumper to the fender. And then the same thing, save our good one. And got a bag, make sure you have a bag. I have to label it for our front bumper bolts. We'll all go in here so we don't miss it when it's time to put it back together. All right, so I was able to get the bolt off here at the top. It's gone, just like that. And we have partial of the bumper off, kind of showing us more if there's any side damages here. It looks good on this side. This kink is what I'm worried about. You know, again, like I said, if we can pull this straight, hammer this down, and unbolt this whole section together, we might have a good idea of how, if anything, on the rail is still straight or not. And yeah, I mean, I'd do some Google on the measurements here and there, which I gotta do later and figure it out. Main thing is pulling this up a little bit before we order the whole thing to replace it, and then the headlight and the bumper. Alignment, gotta take it to alignment shop. But yeah, I mean, this is better than most accidents, front end accidents. It's usually worse. It gets as worse as this. But yeah, so we're good. Continue to take this off, and then go on the good side and take this off, and then this whole front end bumper should be out, and then we'll work our way back up here. Piece of the car. Got it. That hit my sister's car. Burgundy. That's cool. Buick. So it's still good. I think we can still reuse that. A whole lot of junk, dude. Stuff the Buick, a whole lot of oh jeez. I don't know whose car this is off. This car. Yeah. That doesn't look too pretty. Now does it? So this is replaceable, thank God. This whole thing is replaceable. Again, it's kinked a little bit, but not too. From what I can tell, just bend right here, thank God. That whole thing is replaceable. This is the major parts we're gonna need to even try to turn the motor back on, because obviously we're gonna have a major leak. So I definitely gotta like drain all the fluid as well off the motor before I start disconnecting all this stuff. I mean, not like it matters. I mean, yeah. Get some of this junk out of here. Broken pieces and dreams and hopes. Wow. All right. That's how we're looking now. Get it out of the way. More broken parts. Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, shoot. Oh, we're looking good. All right, so we got our bolts for our headlight, our broken, damaged headlight. One in there. So this is, I'm trying to cut myself on this glass, but basically it. I just gotta unplug this, and that would be out of the way. Give me a sec. So headlights off. We can see the damage. Like I said, this whole thing, all the way out, comes off. You can replace that, thank God, you know. We don't have major damage on this side where this is crunched all the way in. It's just this whole bracket real. And once we get that and this, again, have this pushed down a little bit and pulled straight out, I think we are possibly good. But again, I'm not too sure until this is out a little bit and that whole section is out, the radiator is out, everything is out. Make sure the engine is not touched. Because that'd be a whole nother headache if the engine's damaged and somewhat like the block is cracked or something. So, but I mean, yeah, we're looking a little better. So I'm gonna go ahead and move over to this side now and work underneath. I gotta go underneath here and unbolt some stuff on the sides, and then unbolt this and then I can get to the headlight. Once this is off, then I'm just stuck with the impact bar, because the impact bar needs to come out a little bit more. So is the top part. Just all of that just pulled out a little bit. Then I can disconnect the tops and here and there and have this whole section out of the way. Okay, so with the hood open, we can kind of see how close we got to really causing any damage to the engine. But again, I'm not gonna say everything's good, because this whole thing is still in the way. I was able to hammer this down a little bit. We just got to pull that out. But yeah, so that's the top of it. Like I said, thank God there's some bolts from here on that side all the way to the right there on the top, and then the bottom part comes all out. So what a fun project. Yeah, so we got the little broken piece that was up here, the little radiator cover. That's out. I got the radiator bracket that bolts onto the radiator from here, and the top ones, the bottom ones are all shot down there. So that's how we're looking. Not too bad, as you can tell. So I got pushed in and kinked up. So yeah, I mean, just replacing this whole thing, with all new parts. It's probably gonna look much better. It's not too bad. It's also bad. But I've seen worse than this. So this is all right for now. So I got to source down the intercooler. That's gone. The hose, the lower intercooler hose, I need to replace. That one's gone. It's all smushed in. Hopefully, nothing caused any damage to the turbo as well. But that's to find out for another day. I'm gonna move on to this, and we'll get that off here in a little bit. So we actually have to stop here for now. It's pouring rain like crazy. I got all the parts, the damaged parts, out of the way. We just have to, I made a list of everything we need to order, which is great. So those stuff are available. I guess on our next episode, we will remove this. For focus, we'll move this whole section off. And then the fun part will be hooking up to here, yanking that out as much as possible, and then connecting the whole thing and pulling it out. Same thing with this. And I think we can then expect the motor. That's my main concern, really, is the motor, because everything else looks decent. I'm not too sure how bad the alignment is, but yeah. So if you guys are interested in part one, let me know. Hit that like, and I'll see you guys on the next video. If you have any comments or suggestions, if I just throw away the whole car, let me know, or I'm not gonna part it out, obviously. But yeah, so let me know if this is fixable, and you guys' opinion, any experts in the comment. What is your recommendation for a DIY way of pulling that and not messing up the whole car, even though it's already messed up? So leave a comment below, and I'll catch you guys later.